Candice Bass-Robinson holds a double handful in the Grade 1 South African Fillies Sprint on Saturday with Winter Cloud and October Morn. As a dual-graded stakes winner at 2, before somewhat losing her way, Winter Cloud has recently bounced back to form with 2 smart wins. She beat an open field over 1,000 metres at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth in March.
Then Winter Cloud is also making her way a lot closer, and she's got something in hand as Winter Cloud. Dance Variety just holds sway. Winter Cloud, though, charging, finishing with momentum, and Winter Cloud won it going away.
She then went on to win the Grade 3 Champagne Stakes, going 200 metres further, this time over the 1200, beating stable companion October Morn, who also lines up here.
Winter Cloud is working into the race smartly. They're coming from everywhere. October Morn. October Morn comes at Winter Cloud, who burst into the lead. Winter Cloud has come from second last and wins going away. October Morn second, questioning...
Let's talk about jockeys and affinities with horses. Anthony Andrews gets a tune out of her, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's, I think he's probably had 3 rides on her and 3 wins. So, yeah, she's a lovely filly, Alistair, and I think probably suits his riding style. She loves to have a chance in the runnings, and she's got such a good turn of foot. She's really finished into a lovely filly. She went through a little patch just coming back from Natal last year, but I seem to have her right back to her best now in her last couple of runs. We will go to Scottsville from here, so I think she's had a pretty nice prep going into that race, and she ran second in that race last year. Hopefully this year, we get a bit more luck.
October Morn puts it in every time, with her last 3 runs being no different. She won the Grade 2 Cartier Scepter Stakes over 1,200 metres by 0.3 of a length from Asiya Pambili, who also takes her place in the South African Fillies Sprint.
But they get to the final 250 and Raskova is in front. Second place, Kiss Me Captain, Give Me a Shot. Winter Cloud, October Morn are out of the pack. The cavalry's coming, led by October Morn. October Morn comes sweeping into the lead. Second place, Asiya Pambile, but October Morn saw Asiya Pambile.
She's a lovely filly. She's a very scopy filly. The next question will be, are we going to be able to get some Group 1 black tie?
She's just so professional, such a nice horse to ride. When you ask her to quicken, she quickens, and she quickens against very good fillies, like you say. So, yeah, she can definitely pull off a Group 1.
October Morn finished 3 lengths back to double Grand Slam in her penultimate start, the Grade 3 Splash Out Prix du Cap.
October Morn still travels kindly. Mrs. Geriatrics is starting up those engines and still 5 lengths off them. Double Grand Slam. Double Grand Slam has burst into the lead and gone 2 lengths clear. Raskova's flat to the boards, but Double Grand Slam has smacked them out the park, and that was very impressive. October Morn has run second.
Last time out, she crossed the line 1 1/4 lengths behind her stable companion, Winter Cloud, in the Grade 3 Champagne Stakes.
Winter Cloud has come from second last and wins going away. October Morn second, questioning in...
October Morn and Winter Cloud, both fillies have travelled up well from Cape Town. They've been up here just over 2 weeks now. They have been to the track. Winter Cloud herself has raced at the track last year. She ran second in this race last year, so she's pretty familiar with the track, and they're doing really nicely in Durban. Looking at the betting, obviously we pretty much joint favourite with both of them. October Morn, obviously first time she's going to be racing at Scottsville, so that's always an unknown, but there's not much between the two of them. Winter Cloud drawn a little bit wide on the outside, but I think she was drawn there last year as well, so very hard to choose between the two of mine. As I said, there's not much between them. I think it's all going to depend on luck and running, but they're both doing well, and I expect that they handle the track well enough. They seem to have travelled well enough. They should run well.
Since meeting October Morn in the Grade 2 Cartier Scepter Stakes, Asiya Pambili returned to racing over further, finishing down the field in her 2 subsequent starts. It was a very different story last time out, when going the 1200 in the Grade 3 Dennis Dreyer Poinsettia Stakes.
And Asiya Pambile has hit the front past the 200-meter marker. Asiya Pambile calling the shots and driving away. They put the money on like soldiers, and they will get the lot. Asiya Pambile.
She's doing very, very well in herself. I'm very happy with her training. She's come out of her last run very well. She won a very good race. The going that day was slightly soft, which I think helped her, as she's ideally possibly a 14 to 1600 meter horse. But I do feel that her preparation has gone according to plan, and she's a very happy horse, and she's very sound and very fit at the moment. So I think in herself, since she's come back from Cape Town, she's a rejuvenated filly. And I think with luck in running, I think she'll give a very good account of herself. Rachel's done well on her, only having the one ride on her. It all seems to take to her, and she's a very honest filly. She always gives 500%, and I think Rachel's handling of her will suit her. And I really hope we can get her into the winner's box in the race. It's going to be a tough call. It's a competitive race. But like I said, I think we're going in with a match-fit horse, and I'm extremely happy with her progress at the moment. So with a little bit of luck, we could be running up very close in the race. And like I say, I'm expecting a very good run from her.
Both Mrs. Browning and Winter Greeting coming to the SA Fillies Sprint. Third run after a rest. Their last runs were both very good.
Heading down now into the last 400 metres, Mrs. Browning keeps rolling by a length and a half here. On the outside, Kiss Me, Captain Alula's Star. Down the centres, Time for Orchids. Then came Mrs. Geriatrics, and White Pearl also starts to run on. 220 out, Mrs. Browning, Time for Orchids. Starts to run on towards the inside. It's these two, Mrs. Browning, Time for Orchids, trying to pull it out down the inside, but Mrs. Browning continues to roll to give Sean Tarry yet another winner on the card. Mrs. Browning won it from Time for Orchids. White Pearl ran into third, then one fell swoop.
Mrs. Browning obviously winning a fillies feature, and Winter Greeting running a length off Lucky Lad in the senior centre.
Lucky Lad is now warming to the task, and he comes home strongly with I Am Giant. Sergey, Lucky Lad though is finishing best of all down the inside, and it's going to be Lucky Lad to win it. Lucky Lad wins it from I Am Giant, Sergey and Winter Greeting.
I think both should improve in the start coming up. It is a competitive lineup, but I wouldn't be surprised if either of those fillies had a big say in the finish. Happy with their preparation and looking forward to the race.
16 runners go to post in the Grade 1 South African Fillies Sprint. It's carded as race 7 and goes off at 15:10.